Maybe it's behind-the-scenes problems, a public scandal, or just part of the narrative. But whatever the reason, sometimes our favorite characters in TV shows die.
Well, get on with it, motherfucker.
House of Cards helped put Netflix on the map with its tale of the lying, maneuvering, murdering politician Frank Underwood and his journey to the Oval Office. But after 5 seasons, series star Kevin Spacey was hit with sexual misconduct allegations and fired. Robin Wright, who plays Frank's wife Claire, takes over as lead in the final years, and Spacey's character met his demise in a teaser trailer revealing that he died between seasons.
They'll have to wait in line.
Ragnar Lothbrok's great sense of humor, courage on the battlefield, and dedication to his family made him an endearing hero. So when Vikings in season 4 gave him the axe, we were shocked. How could the series survive without its legendary Viking king? Thankfully, series creator Michael Hurst has filled Ragnar's very large shoes by focusing on the exploits of his sons, like Bjorn, Ivar, and Ube. Together, the sons of Ragnar keep their father's memory alive and well.
And I welcome the Valkyries to summon me home!
The Wire is considered by many to be one of the greatest television shows ever made. This was a seminal role for Idris Elba, portraying gangster Russell Stringer Bell. Bell was unlike any of his counterparts in the criminal underworld of Baltimore, Maryland. He wanted his empire to be run like a legitimate business, taking classes at a local college. At times, Bell appeared to be too smart for anyone to get the better of him, until Omar Little killed him in season 3.
Well, get on with it, motherfucker.
The series went on for another 2 seasons, but Bell's absence, it could just be felt. Dr. Mark Green made it through 8 seasons of ER, which you have to remember was the show back in the 1990s and early 2000s. Remember when streaming and digital downloads were nothing but a dream? But yeah, stricken by brain cancer, he would later die, and it was sad. And then there was the funeral. Whew. Green's legacy would continue to figure in the show for years after Edward's departure, and the actor eventually appeared in a flashback episode in the final season.
Take care, both of you.
Good luck.
Man, after 3 seasons, Henry Blake, the boss of the beloved Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, was going home. He was discharged and returning to the States. They even had a party for him. And then the final scene of the episode hit. The rest of the MASH gang hear that Henry's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan.
There were no survivors.
A nation of TV-goers wept at that moment, and little did they know that MASH was just getting started with the emotional gut punches. Charlie Sheen had a very public falling out with the producers of 2.5 Men and was fired from the show. His character was killed by a train, but his ghost made a return the following season, stuck inside a woman's body, played by Kathy Bates, apparently visiting from hell. But a few seasons later in the series finale, Harper's death was retconned to have not had happened at all, but just as you think he was alive and well, he's killed suddenly by a falling piano in the final moments of the show. Yeah, confusing.
Winning.
A work-obsessed CIA officer falls in love with a rescued prisoner of war who turns out to be a traitor. Talk about a pair. Homeland's Carrie Mathison and Sergeant Nicholas Brody's extremely complicated relationship made for great TV, as we tried to figure out if Sergeant Brody was allegiant to his country or Al-Qaeda. But ultimately, Homeland was Carrie's story, and Brody had to go. His death, though tragic, allowed Homeland to reinvent itself and continue moving forward with Carrie's story. If you read the books like me, you knew this was coming. But for those tuning into Game of Thrones for the first time, Ned's death was shocking and established early on that no one was safe. After decades of narratives where the idealistic hero is saved from certain death in the nick of time, Ned's death stands as a powerful subversion of fantasy tropes. I mean, he was the guy in all the posters. You can't do that. But his early exit made the battle for the Iron Throne even more compelling, helping the show evolve into a true ensemble masterpiece. Saying goodbye to McDreamy was undoubtedly the end of an era. Grey's Anatomy had already weathered a number of high-profile exits, but the will they won't they relationship between Meredith Grey and Derek Shepherd was the driving force of the series since the pilot. Both the show and Meredith somehow survived the loss. It's currently airing season 15, but now we can't listen to the song Chasing Cars without tearing up.
Would you lie with me and just forget the world?
Which main character death stuck out to you the most? Tell us in the comments section. And don't forget to check out our videos on every canceled TV show. And does Robin Wright get our vote in House of Cards? And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.